Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here with some crumbs and I feel like doing some crumb sewing. My brain is done thinking for the day, so I need something to do that's easy and relaxing. You might recognize these pieces. They came from a fabric panel that I recently cut. I'll link to that video in the description. I still have some of those panels left if you want to grab one in my eBay store. My eBay link is in the description of this video. The pieces that I cut in that video are done. The auction was won by someone, but I still have the panels. And I have these crumbs that I know I said during the video, I believe, if that part didn't get cut out for whatever reason, saying, you know, this goes in your crumb box. And I thought, I'm going to come here with these crumbs and I'm going to work on them and put them in some blocks. I also have this selvage that belongs to that panel also, so we're going to do something with that. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to sit and do some sewing. I don't want the video to be horribly long, and I sew in real time for these videos. But I don't have time to make some blocks and trim them and take the pictures and put them on eBay. So what I'm going to do is when I'm done, I will finish some blocks. When I come back with the next Crumb Chat video, I will show you the blocks that I made using these pieces and a lot of other pieces. And those will be on eBay when I upload that video. And then I'll do the same. The blocks that I start in the next video will be up on eBay in the video after that. That way I don't have to rush to get everything done, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'd love to do a crumb chat, but I just don't have the time to make all the blocks and take the pictures. So no, I'm going to start, and when I finish, you'll have these blocks on eBay, and we'll just keep going like that. I think that's going to work. All of a sudden it's very hot in here. I need to put the AC on. It gets hot under these lights. I am going to just grab scraps that I have in my crumb box, and I'm going to just start laying some things out on this strip. And I can put some this way too. This way instead of this way. So I'm going to do that. I want something there. I like to fill up my strip. And I have various crumb pieces already started, you know, like the beginning of a crumb block. I have a video, 5 ways to start crumb blocks, or something like that. I'll have the link to that in the description also. Now I'm just going to go lay these down, and I'll press those open. And then I just cut between. And I'm not going to talk the whole time because I want to just have some fun, just sewing and relaxing and chilling and letting you watch me do that. I have all those little pieces that I started with. I have them attached to something. Now I'm going to take this strip and I'm going to attach regular prints to this. And I can trim after the fact. I don't know if I'll leave any of that black, but doesn't matter. I'm just going to start adding pieces to this guy. So I have various pieces, and I even have pieces that are already the beginning of crumb blocks, and I will just lay those down. Joe?
Yeah.
Joe's home. It startled me because Rocket didn't bark. All right, so I'm just going to continue sewing things onto this strip. Go press these open. And I've decided I'm going to cut between the black and the colored part, because maybe I'll want this black strip for something. So I'm going to cut that first before I start, cutting these pieces apart. Goes back in the crumb box. I'm trimming these a little bit better this time. Now these pieces that are this long, they don't have to stay that long. I just sew things together. I might end up cutting some of that. Look at this piece. I found the green with pink and it just goes so good. And I noticed some salvage holes on this red, so I'm just going to trim that a little bit more. Okay. This is going great. Maybe I can just start putting some pieces together now. Let me think. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm pulling out things that are already put together, and I may use them, I may not. I have stuff like this. I don't have to put it in there like this. I could, just even cut it like this and use this edge or whatever. Now, strip sets like this I love, because this can go like on the edge like this, but then you cut it, you trim it off after, and you only need, a little bit, maybe an inch worth of this. It's just so fun. I just love it so much, and I'm just trying to pick out, colorful things. This is a strip that has a lot of pieces, so I don't need anything this long at this point, but maybe I could put a piece, here, then, cut that off. So I'm just pulling various things, and I'm going to start sewing them to this stuff. Let's see, I think I'll do another strip. Oh, I like that. Well, I'm actually going to lay it down this way. And then I can stick something here. This is a leftover from the last Crumb Chat video, I do believe. mix it up a little bit. This strip with these flowers is actually a selvage. This is a selvage edge. So I'm going to sew on that, and I could top stitch if I want later. I'll see what I want to do. Not sure yet. I have created a lot of pieces that I can start putting together and making bigger things, and I think I will do some of that now, but I think I'll do it off camera and then I'll show you, because it takes a while to upload everything, and Joe and I are going to be going out in a little bit, so I'd like to, oh yeah, this is older stuff, but I still have some pieces that haven't gotten attached, pieces that have that cut up panel. I'm going to make sure to put all the cut up panel pieces in the blocks that I make. But let me just work on this a little bit more and then I'll show you. I'm so anxious to put more of this together. I have to show you. Look at this piece that I found in my Crumb box sewing machines. How adorable is that? I don't know if I want to put that in a Crumb block or keep that. I can't keep it. It'll go in a Crumb block at some point. Okay, I want to show you. I'm going to show you my little pieces as I trim them, and then I think I'll be calling it quits for this one. But see, I took that strip set and I sewed a piece going this way. There's a lot of seams here, so I didn't want to add seams in this direction. So, you know, I just sewed that, and that is a selvage edge, but I just sewed on it and I opened it, so it makes it easy. And now I'm going to trim this. I'm going to probably keep, like, I don't know, a solid inch maybe. I could even cut a little bit wonky if I want, so let's do that. I'm just gonna cut like that, and then I'll trim that. That can go in the garbage. So see? And then when I sew something there, it's going to look like we put all those little pieces together, but we didn't, because we had a big strip set to help us. So that's cool. I still have, you know, these little things that I haven't put together yet. Not too many. I will put everything in as much as I can. This might go in there somewhere. And I'll put this aside. I can use this a few more times. And I just, you know, have different shapes going on. I'm going to just trim these, go in the direction they need to go in, and then I'll be sewing a bunch of these together. I trimmed some of these as I was ironing. And it's just like this. I don't have to use this whole big piece. I can sew something. Let's see. I can lay it down. Well, let's just, okay, here's a kind of a straight edge, right? I could lay this down here, sew like this, and open it. And we have just those little pieces inside. So what you do is you lay it down, you sew, and then you trim, and then you open. And I've got, you know, lessons in all this stuff. My Crumb quilt adventure. I'll have the link to that in the description also. There's tons of videos that will show you how to do this shit. And you can become an addict like the rest of us. And I'll trim right there. Nothing has to be nothing has to be perfect. Oh, and I have a little piece of denim and muslin in there. I don't know where that came from, but I have it. Well, I mean, I've done videos with those fabrics, so. And then this was a selvage, and I'm just going to cut that part off. And I'm going to stop for now. I have, oh, look at this. I have pieces that are still strung that I didn't even press yet. Okay, so that's all going to go here. And I'm going to finish this. And the next time I come back with a Crumb chat, you're going to have the blocks that I make on eBay. The auction will start at 1 penny with free shipping for the USA. Outside USA has to pay shipping. You know, I hope you're not disappointed that I'm not showing you the whole blocks right now, but the only way I can do this is if I can stop and live life a little bit and then come back. And I think that's going to work. And I'll be anxious to you know, start the next blocks. I don't know how many I'm going to make, but I will be making some blocks, and I hope you come back for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try really hard to put these little sewing machines in this for you. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.